I've always had ideas floating in my head, but I didn't know how to turn them into stories or creative projects. That's why I started looking for books that actually show you how to spark your imagination, build creative habits, and write with confidence. Over time, I found guides that changed the way I think and create. And today on Simplified Reads, I'm sharing the best ones that can help anyone unlock their creativity. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, first published in 1992, is like a roadmap for anyone who has ever felt stuck staring at a blank page or wondered if they were even creative at all. Cameron starts by helping readers understand that creativity isn't just a talent some people are born with. It's a skill that can be nurtured, practiced, and grown over time, which immediately makes you feel like your ideas actually matter. The book pushes you to set clear goals, not in a pressure-filled way, but through simple exercises like morning pages, where you write 3 pages of anything that comes to mind, helping you uncover hidden thoughts, fears, and sparks of inspiration. She emphasizes practice above all. This isn't a book to read passively. It's a book to do, full of prompts, tasks, and weekly artist dates that encourage you to experiment, explore, and refill your creative energy. Reflection is a huge part of the process. Cameron guides you to examine your habits, blocks, and patterns so that you can understand why you create the way you do, making the journey deeply personal. While The Artist's Way is powerful on its own, combining its lessons with other creativity guides like Austin Kleon's Steal Like an Artist or Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic can give you even more perspectives on imagination and writing. Cameron also stresses the importance of routine and consistency, showing that creativity thrives when you commit to showing up for yourself every day. Lastly, she highlights community. Whether it's sharing your progress with friends, joining workshops, or connecting online, to stay motivated and inspired. Overall, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron, 1992, isn't just a book. It's a hands-on, practical guide to unlocking imagination, forming creative habits, and believing in your own ideas, making it an essential companion for anyone ready to take their creativity seriously. The next book I read is The Right to Write, an invitation and initiation into the writing life by Julia Cameron, published in 1998, and honestly, it felt like a personal pep talk for anyone who's ever stared at a blank page and thought, "Can I even do this?" Cameron makes it clear from the start that writing isn't just for a chosen few. We all have the right to write, and our ideas matter. Reading it helped me understand creativity as something you practice and nurture, not just a magical talent. The exercises she gives push you to set clear goals, like committing to short daily writing sessions and prompts that break the fear of starting. What I loved most is how she emphasizes practice over perfection, making me feel like even messy pages are part of growing as a writer. Cameron also encourages reflection, helping me notice my blocks, fears, and the habits that hold me back, which made writing feel personal and honest, rather than intimidating. While the book works on its own, pairing it with others like The Artist's Way or Austin Kleon's Steal Like an Artist gave me fresh ideas and new ways to spark creativity. She also highlights the importance of routine, making writing a daily habit, and community, showing how sharing with friends, workshops, or online groups keeps you motivated. Overall, The Right to Write, Julia Cameron, 1998, didn't just teach me writing tips. It gave me the confidence to show up for my ideas, trust my voice, and enjoy the process of creating. The next book I read is Steal Like an Artist, 10 Things Nobody Told You About Being Creative by Austin Kleon, published in 2012, and it completely changed how I think about creativity. Kleon's approach is simple but powerful. Creativity isn't about inventing something from nothing. It's about learning from the world, borrowing ideas, and remixing them into something uniquely yours. Reading it helped me understand creativity in a way that felt achievable. Instead of waiting for a perfect idea to strike, I could start wherever I was and use what already existed as fuel. The book encourages setting clear goals in a playful way, like keeping a notebook for ideas or finding inspiration in your daily surroundings. Kleon emphasizes practice over perfection, pushing me to keep creating, copying, and experimenting without fear of making mistakes. Reflection also comes naturally as you read. I started noticing patterns in my own work, seeing what influenced me and how I could transform it into something new. Mixing sources is at the heart of this book, and pairing it with guides like The Artist's Way or Big Magic helped me see how structure and inspiration work together. Cleon also talks about routine, small, consistent habits that keep creativity alive, and community, reminding me that sharing ideas, collaborating, and connecting with other creators makes the process richer and more fun. Overall, Steal Like an Artist, Austin Kleon, 2012, isn't just a book. It's a practical, motivating, and surprisingly playful guide that makes creativity feel accessible, exciting, and totally doable for anyone willing to start stealing, remixing, and making it their own. When I first opened Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert, published in 2015, I didn't expect it to completely change how I think about creativity. Gilbert shows that creativity isn't something scary or out of reach. It's playful, curious, and available to anyone who's willing to show up. Reading it helped me understand creativity as a fearless adventure rather than a pressure-filled task, encouraging me to explore ideas with curiosity and joy instead of worrying about perfection or judgment. The book gently guides you to set clear goals for your creative life, suggesting small, consistent actions and experiments to keep your imagination flowing. What really resonated with me was her emphasis on practice over fear. It's okay to create poorly, to fail, or to explore ideas that don't work out, because the act of creating itself is what matters. Gilbert also encourages reflection, asking me to notice what excites me, what I avoid, and which ideas are truly mine. She blends insights from her own life with practical advice, making it feel personal, like a mentor guiding me through the creative process. Pairing Big Magic with other guides like Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way or Austin Kleon's Steal Like an Artist gives a fuller view of both the mindset and habits behind creativity. Gilbert also talks about routine and committing to your ideas, and about community, showing how sharing and connecting with others fuels your creative life. Overall, Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert, 2015, is an inspiring, practical, and uplifting guide that makes creativity feel fun, approachable, and full of possibilities for anyone ready to embrace curiosity and play. At one point, I wanted a writing book that didn't feel like a boring classroom lesson, and that's exactly what I found in Zen in the Art of Writing. Essays on Creativity by Ray Bradbury, first published in 1990. Bradbury doesn't treat creativity like some complicated mystery. He treats it like a living thing you feed with curiosity, passion, and daily effort. Reading this helped me understand that creativity isn't about forcing greatness. It's about writing from genuine excitement and letting your imagination run wild without shame. The book naturally pushes you to set clear goals, not with strict rules, but with the idea that writing should be a consistent part of your life if you want to grow. Bradbury's biggest message is practice, practice, practice. He makes it clear that writers are built through repetition, not waiting for inspiration to magically appear. What I loved is how the essays also encourage reflection, because he constantly makes you think about why you write, what you love, and what kind of stories you're meant to tell. It's also a great book to mix with other creativity guides like The Artist's Way or Big Magic, because while those books focus more on mindset and fear, Bradbury focuses on joy and storytelling energy. He also reminds you that routine is powerful. Writing often is what keeps your creative muscles alive. And even though the book feels personal, it still connects to community, because it makes you feel like you're part of a bigger world of writers who all struggle, dream, and create. Overall, Zen in the Art of Writing, Ray Bradbury, 1990, is a reminder that creativity isn't supposed to feel like pressure. It's supposed to feel like freedom. Sometimes I come across a book that doesn't just teach writing. It teaches you how to think like a storyteller. And that's exactly what From Where You Dream, The Process of Writing Fiction by Robert Olen Butler, published in 2005, did for me. This book helped me understand creativity in a deeper way, because Butler explains that powerful fiction doesn't come from forcing ideas or trying to sound clever. It comes from the emotional, imaginative dream space inside you. Instead of telling me to plot harder or write more action, he pushed me to focus on feelings, senses, and the inner life of characters, which instantly changed how I approach storytelling. The book encourages clear goals, not in a loud motivational way, but by helping you aim for something specific, writing scenes that feel real, alive, and emotionally true. Butler emphasizes practice in a serious way because this isn't a casual inspiration book. It's a craft book that makes you sit down and train your instincts like a real writer. It also forces reflection because it made me question whether I was writing from my heart or just writing from my head. What makes it even better is how well it pairs with books like The Artist's Way or Big Magic. Those books unlock your creativity, but Butler shows you how to shape that creativity into actual fiction that works. He also highlights the importance of routine, because writing from your unconscious mind takes time, repetition, and patience. And while the book doesn't focus heavily on community, it still makes you feel connected to serious writers because it teaches the kind of discipline professionals rely on. Overall, From Where You Dream, Robert Olen Butler, 2005, is a powerful guide that shows you how to write fiction that feels emotional, vivid, and real, not just technically good, but truly unforgettable. There are times when I don't want a book that talks around creativity. I want one that gives me clear steps, real exercises, and practical guidance. And that's exactly what I got from A Guide to Creative Writing by S.J. Banham, published in 2023. This book helped me understand creativity as something you can train like a skill, not something you either have or don't have. And that alone makes it feel welcoming for beginners and still useful for experienced writers. What stood out is how it naturally helps you set clear goals, because instead of overwhelming you with theory, it breaks creative writing into manageable parts like character, plot, description, dialogue, and style. The book strongly encourages practice, because it's built around exercises and activities that push you to actually write, not just read about writing. As I worked through it, it also encouraged reflection, because it made me think about why certain scenes felt flat and how to improve them with stronger detail and clearer emotion. It's also a great book to mix with more mindset-focused guides like Big Magic or The Artist's Way, because while those books help unlock inspiration, Banham helps shape that inspiration into real writing skills. The book supports routine in a simple way too, because it's easy to read in small chunks and apply immediately, making it perfect for daily writing practice without burnout. And even though it's not heavily focused on community, the exercises feel like something you could easily use in a writing group, classroom, or creative challenge with friends. Overall, A Guide to Creative Writing, S.J. Banham, 2023, feels like a solid toolkit, straightforward, structured, and helpful for anyone who wants to build creativity and writing confidence step by step. The moment I saw how different Wonderbook, the illustrated guide to creating imaginative fiction by Jeff Vandermeer was, I knew it wasn't going to be a normal writing guide, and honestly, that's what made it so exciting. Published in 2013, this book feels like a creativity explosion because it doesn't just explain writing. It shows it through visuals, illustrations, and examples that make your imagination wake up instantly. It helped me understand creativity as something you can build by exploring strange ideas, asking what-if questions, and pushing past boring, predictable storytelling. What I liked is how it helps you set clear goals without feeling strict, because it breaks imaginative fiction into real pieces like world building, character creation, plot structure, and atmosphere. The book is packed with practice-focused guidance, meaning it constantly pushes you to experiment with your own stories instead of just reading and nodding along. It also encourages reflection, because it made me think about what kind of stories I'm naturally drawn to and why certain worlds feel more alive than others. This is also one of the best books to mix with others, like Steal Like an Artist or Big Magic, because those books spark ideas. But Wonderbook teaches you how to shape those ideas into a full fictional universe. It supports routine too, because you can open it anywhere, read one section, and instantly get a creative boost like a mini imagination workout. And when it comes to community, it feels like you're learning from a whole creative world, because it includes insights and examples that connect you to the wider fantasy and sci-fi writing space. Overall, Wonderbook, Jeff Vandermeer, 2013, feels like a creative toolbox, an art book, and a writing guide all in one. And it's perfect if you want your imagination to go beyond normal and into unforgettable. What surprised me about creative writing skills? Over 70 Fun Activities for Children by Lexi Rees, published in 2020, is that even though it's designed for kids, it actually works as a creativity booster for almost anyone who wants fresh ideas fast. This book helped me understand creativity in a simple way, Imagination grows when you keep playing with words, characters, and story situations instead of taking writing too seriously. The activities naturally help set clear goals because each prompt gives you a small mission, like building a character, creating a funny plot twist, or writing a short scene with a specific challenge. What makes this book strong is the focus on practice. It doesn't waste time with long explanations. It gets you writing immediately, which is perfect if you struggle with procrastination or overthinking. It also encourages reflection because after doing a few activities, you start noticing what kind of stories you enjoy writing and where your imagination feels strongest. This book pairs really well with bigger guides like The Artist's Way or Steal Like an Artist because those books build the mindset. But Lexi Reads gives you quick exercises to actually train your creativity in real time. It also supports routine because you can easily do one activity a day, making writing feel light, fun, and consistent instead of stressful. And when it comes to community, the book is perfect for classrooms, families, writing groups, or even content creators who want interactive writing challenges to share with others. Overall, creative writing skills, Lexi Reads 2020, feels like an imagination gym, simple, playful, and packed with prompts that help you create stories faster and with more confidence. To close off this list, the last book I explored is Creative Writing Ideas to Spark Your Imagination by Gabriella Corrosi and others, published in 2023. And it felt like the perfect final piece because it's all about one thing: generating ideas when your brain feels empty. This book helped me understand creativity in a very practical way. Imagination isn't something you wait for, it's something you trigger using the right prompts and challenges. Instead of giving long lectures, it helps you set clear goals by constantly giving you writing tasks that feel achievable, like creating characters, building quick plots, or writing short scenes from unusual perspectives. What makes it strong is the focus on practice, because it pushes you to write immediately, which is exactly what you need when you're stuck in overthinking mode. It also encourages reflection, because after trying different prompts, you start noticing what themes you naturally enjoy and what style of storytelling fits you best. This book works extremely well when mixed with others like Big Magic or Steal Like an Artist, because those books help with mindset, but this one gives you direct fuel to actually create. It also supports routine because you can use it daily like a creativity workout. One prompt a day keeps your imagination active and sharp. And when it comes to community, this book is perfect for sharing challenges with friends, writing groups, classrooms, or even using it for content ideas on a channel like Simplified Reads. Overall, Creative Writing Ideas to Spark Your Imagination, Gabriella Corrosi et al., 2023, is a simple but powerful idea generator that helps you stay creative, consistent, and confident until writing becomes natural. And that's the full list of creative writing and creativity books that genuinely help me understand imagination, build better habits, and actually enjoy the writing process instead of overthinking it. Each of these books offers something different. Some teach mindset, some teach craft, and some give you instant prompts when you feel stuck. If you want to unlock your creativity, the key is to pick one, start small, and stay consistent. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more book guides right here on Simplified Reads, because I'll be covering even more powerful writing and creativity books next.